Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For those who are following me since the last video that I made of the Euro mount, now I'm trying to share a recipe that I'm trying for the first time, which is in a carne asada style, more like a Latin American dish. And I'm gonna try to cut it in a different way of others that I've seen. I still have not seen someone doing this cut to this particular part of the deer or venison. So I will be cutting down as if you were to buy a flat meat at the grocery store, which is for a beef flat meat. I still have not yet had venison in this style. So please join me, and I'm hoping that you'll be able to stay with me throughout the video. I like to kick this off with the ingredients that I used, which is salt and pepper, half and half thyme, mustard, olive oil, and beef broth. I also used some cilantro, yellow onion, and green bell peppers. Starting to cut the back straps the thinnest that I could. I am no butcher whatsoever, so I was not able to get them all cut at an even measurement, I guess you would say, but I was able to thin it out as much as I could, enough to get them thin enough to be a flat iron steak. Now, as you can see, I am trying to get this cut with the grain of the meat, not against it, just to resemble the cut you would get at the butcher or at your local grocery store. I'm here trying to take all the sinew off. So the idea here is to get the meat cut as thin as possible, like an 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch. The sinew is that silver membrane that is in between the meat. It's always good to remove because it just gives the consumer a bad experience, just because it's very chewy and the consistency is not the same as eating a clean steak. So you want to remove as much as you can. The top portion of this backstrap is easily removed when you grab a hold of it, just as if you were to fillet a fish. I am using a thin knife, like a fillet knife, to make it easier to cut in between the sinew or the silver skin or the membrane, whatever you want to call it, and the meat. Here I'm trying to get everything cut to be able to get into the blender, and for the blender to not have to work so hard. I'm adding the beef broth, then I'm going to be adding some raw vegetables, and then I'll be adding some of that 50-50 of salt and pepper. Trying to get a better view for you, getting all the onions in the blender, trying to get that as well blended as possible. And since it did not fit in my blender to get everything else in, I decided I would take some of the liquid out and start introducing it to the meat. And I'm here adding the thyme with stems. I've done this for many recipes. Can't tell the difference between the stem and the leaf, so no worries with me. You're more than welcome to remove the leaf off the stem and just use the leaves. Does not change the flavor in any way. I'm adding olive oil just to measurement, and I would say that it's about 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of pepper, about 4 ounces of mustard. Could be regular mustard, it could be better quality mustard, that is totally up to you. Here I'm just trying to make sure that all the surfaces of the meat are covered in that sauce. I'm chopping up some onion to make some chimol, pico de gallo, depending on how you know it, what it is. There are different ways to call this tomato, onion, cilantro, and lime recipe. It's just like a salad, like a sour, sweet, salty salad, which is typically as a side to this carne asada. Try to dice everything up as even as possible. The onions I'd like to chop up a little bit smaller dices than the tomato, since the tomato, once it's getting mixed up in there, it's already basically dissolving and just becoming a sauce, like a juice in the chimol or pico de gallo, however you'd like to name it. I'll be calling it chimol from here on out. I'm using 2 different types of tomato. It's what I had. So I'm working with what I have. I'm using 3 limes and 1 lemon. Now, the cilantro I chop as best as possible. The smaller, the better. The bigger the pieces, the more difficult it is to get it out of your teeth. Some people say that it tastes like soap, so it's up to you if you'd like to use that or not. I can see the resemblance between soap and cilantro, but it doesn't taste too much like soap to me. Now here I wanted to leave a little bit of the audio on so you can hear how that sizzles. I mean, that thing was hot. We were able to get a warm day here in the winter in Northern Virginia. Just wanted to get that charcoal flavor into the carne asada. I ended up just cooking myself a piece and 2 other pieces as well. Now, when it comes to venison, I know that there's many people that do not like to eat venison because of a gamey flavor. But I tell you, when it comes to putting ingredients into this portion, this part of the meat, it did not taste like anything with gamey flavor at all. This deer has been hanging for about 3 weeks in my shed. It's been about 40 degrees and gone down to 20. It's frozen over, it's thawed, and it's in very good condition. I cannot complain. So here's the last bit that I saved. This one's the one that I saved for myself. I like my steak medium to medium well, and it's just my taste. So you can cook yours, you can overcook it. It's up to you. Pretty happy to say that many people have enjoyed the way I've cooked it. I've also cooked it in an egg roll. I've done it barbacoa, which is the shredded meat, which is slow cooked. I feel like it has a lot to do with how much time it actually stays hanging. I know that many people say that it's a myth or it doesn't change anything at all, but let me tell you, it does change a lot. It changes the flavor extremely. One of my sisters couldn't wait to get a taste of this venison. She was not a fan at all. There was something that she'd say every time she thought she was being tricked into eating venison, that she didn't want fear jumping around in her stomach. Lots of us thought it was hilarious, but she was the one missing out. And now she likes it. Now she wants to know whenever I'm cooking it, she wants to be around because she wants to have venison. All right, so now here we go with the taste test. Grab one of these edges. And it seems to have the texture of carne asada. As you can see, don't like mine too cooked, not too well done. I like mine's medium well. So here we go. Very good. Oh yeah, that is delicious. I'm very pleased with this recipe, and I'd like to invite you to try this out. I'm gonna have my family taste this. Like I said, it's absolutely delicious. My mouth is watering now, and I'm gonna continue eating this. Like I said before, if there's any comments, any suggestions that you'd like to make to me, please let me know and share with me. I'd like to know what you think about this video, and if you guys would like for me to make more videos, please let me know as well. Like and subscribe. I thank a lot of you that have just joined me in my new adventures. A lot of you have subscribed to my channel in the last video, so I'm very thankful, and I hope that everybody can enjoy backstrap the way that I am enjoying it now. So thank you very much. God bless, and see you on the next one.